Good morning. So, excuse how I'm looking. This is my usual mom attire. And then I look really tired and shot because I am. Hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. We made it through Thanksgiving week. I don't know if you guys are all the same in whatever state you're in, but we're in Florida and we just went through Thanksgiving break and we made it. So the kids are back in school today. I just left Target. I ended my week in bed from Saturday to Sunday. Today is Monday. I ended up getting a cold, y'all. Like, I wouldn't say it was the flu, but as long as it was not COVID. So my main concern was just making sure that I was still able to smell and taste from what I've heard about COVID. But thank God I'm here. I'm well. I have a little bit of energy to drive around, and just thanking God that it wasn't that. Because I don't know what I would have done, how I would have been able to quarantine. Because we live in a very small space. It's 6 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment. So I'm just thankful that it wasn't. But I stayed cooped up in my bedroom from Saturday evening to pretty much Sunday evening. But I'm thankful for my Jamaican father, because Jamaicans know how to whip up stuff to make you feel better. So I drank something that was just really gross, and it gave me a little bit of energy to be able to get around yesterday. So I'm really thankful, y'all, because COVID is literally wiping people out. I mean, just disrupting families, and it's so crazy that it's like this is happening. So y'all gotta stay prayed up, stay safe. But anyway, I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. So I had plans for Thanksgiving. I cooked this year. I have never cooked for Thanksgiving. We usually go over to like my in-laws, my sister-in-law's house with my 2 brother-in-laws and the kids, and we usually hang out. Now my plan was originally to just cook dinner at home and stay home, because it's so routine. And I didn't want the usual. That's really how I've been feeling like ending this year. Like, I'm tired of the usual things that we do. And I was just stretched thin for the past 2 weeks. And I honestly think that that's how I ended up getting sick. Because physically, I was just not well. Like, the week before Thanksgiving, and even last week, I ate horribly. My body was just going through a lot, like mentally, physically, emotionally. I was just stretched, y'all. My husband's schedule is just crazy. So I'm with my kids, and just, I knew I wasn't doing good, because, I become aware of like things that are going on, like when I'm not being my normal self, and I'm trying to really pay attention to that. Because usually I will cook and, pay more attention to my kids, spend more time with them. And, like, I just got to a point where it was just a lot of quick food. I would be telling my kids, like, y'all go in there and find something to eat. Like, I was just stretched thin, y'all, and I knew it. And I just really tried to keep myself together. And, usually when you do that as a mom, that was me pouring from an empty cup. So I'm just thankful for moments like that. Like, they don't feel good in the moment, but because I was aware of them, like, I journaled, I prayed, even though I ate like trash, like, and that wasn't a good thing, because I paid for that, physically. I was going to sleep really early, like falling asleep on my kids. So I was just like, y'all, it's time to go to bed. Mommy is tired. So yeah, it was just a lot. But I really did my best to pay attention to those moments that I was in, because I didn't want to fall back into like old habits or cycles or like what I would usually do. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like some days got so stressful or frustrated that it's kind of hard not to respond in a normal way. But I still, in a normal way that I would usually respond to stressful situations. Like usually I would ball up, or I would just like get in this mental space that was not good. And I made sure that I even expressed it to my husband, because I know, he's going through stuff too. We have a lot going on. We're trying to change a lot of things. We are trying to move, where we just have a lot of moving parts. We're trying to make some really big decisions right now. And it's all on faith. Because if we based it on anything else, like it would be a straight up no. So I know he's stretched, and me and him haven't really been spending time together like we were consistently. Going to the post office. So we both were just stretched, but I still made sure that I, shared with him where I was mentally, because in the past I would just hold it in and allow it to like kind of build up, and then I would just explode on everybody. But I made sure that I didn't do that. So I'm thankful for that. And those are the small wins that we have to celebrate, especially as a mom and a wife. Like, just celebrate your wins when you're aware of like your emotional and mental state. Like, you're aware of what's going on, and you can respond differently. You can do things differently. So yeah. But anyway, that's a win. And then kudos to me for cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Like I said, I just wanted something new. I wanted to do something different. So like I said, my plan was just to stay home really and cook my dinner and like watch movies and whatever. Like, I knew that my husband was gonna go over to his family's house, so I let him know. I'm just like, nothing is wrong. Like, I just want to be home at my house and cook dinner and have my own food and just enjoy being home. It just feels different. I just felt like I wanted something different. I still ended up going over there, but because I knew he really wanted me to go. So I didn't stick to that boundary. That was like a boundary for me. And I was telling him, like, I just want to be home and be alone. But I also wanted to make sure that I wasn't in like a mental space that was, trying to make me be isolated. This line in the post office is crazy right now, y'all. This is crazy. But yeah, so kudos to just doing new things. I love God with all of my heart, and I really feel that God is really working on me, and he's slowly but surely changing me in these cycles and just doing things as usual. Insanity, right? Because when we do the same thing over and over, it's like, and it doesn't just work for us, but sometimes we'd be so comfortable in our normal thing that we would just do it over and over because it's routine, it's normal, it's our usual. And yeah, it's crazy. But I cooked once again, so let's talk about what I cooked. I'm so proud of myself. So I cooked candy yams, I did a baked ham, I did baked macaroni and cheese for the first time ever, and I did green bean casserole for the first time ever. And that was another thing, because I didn't want the usual like Thanksgiving food. I didn't want greens and turkey and the usual stuff. So because I was cooking for the first time, I wanted to do something different, and it all came out so good. And I'm glad that I actually cooked, because the food at my in-laws house didn't turn out the way that it usually does. It's usually really good, but when we took some home, I didn't eat over there because we ate before we left from my house. But when we took some home, I was like, oh my God, what is this? Like, the turkey was really good. And it's usually the turkey that is not the good thing on Thanksgiving for me. I'm not like a turkey person, but my brother-in-law cooked the turkey so good. But everything else was like, what? Like, I'm so glad I cooked. My husband was like, kudos to you. I'm so glad you cooked, because we would have been disappointed. We would have went over there and thought we were going to have some good food, and it sucked. And we actually ended up going back home and eating more of my food. So I'm proud of myself. I told my husband, like, I just want to do things different, and just, you know, do our own family thing. And I decorated for Christmas. Like, I decorated outside of our apartment and stuff like that. So it's just doing things differently, not being the same and not being normal. That's how you begin to change your life. And that's really what I'm trying to do. And I'll start with the small things, because you can't just jump from doing nothing to a big old thing, right? And also, another win is that, like, I decided to just go ahead and put my daughters their lip gloss boutique or whatever it is out there. And because it was Black Friday and it was, you know, Small Business Saturday, today is Cyber Monday, I decided to just start posting about their lip gloss business, because we have made lip gloss. It was just sitting there. So I just, you know, just was like, okay, let me just post this and stop sitting on things, right? Not doing things as normal as I normally would, because I'm a person, like, I love entrepreneurship. I love ideas. I love making things. I love, you know, just building wealth and legacy. But right now, I have tried so many things that I have no result for anything that I've been doing for like the past 10 years. Like, my inconsistency, I will admit, like, in my other things that I have been going through, kept me in a certain place. So I'm like, I'm just going to put my girls' lip gloss business out there. And I did, and we made our first sale. Like, I posted on Black Friday their lip gloss business, and then we made our first sale on Saturday, and then we made our second sale on Sunday, and then we made our third sale today. And I'm excited. So right now I'm sitting in front of the post office. This is their lip gloss packaging. Like, y'all, I had everything. It was a year ago, pretty much around this time. I was like 7-8 months pregnant with my last daughter. And it was around October last year. You know, I was talking to my husband, and I was like, I really want to do something for the girls, like a business for the girls. And so I just thought about the things that they're into. And my 4-year-old, she's really into like makeup and stuff. Like, not like a normal 4-year-old with the like play makeup and stuff. She likes real makeup. She's like a natural entertainer. So she just loves everything girly, girly, girly. So I was watching YouTube, and somehow lip gloss videos popped up on my YouTube feed. How to make lip gloss and stuff like this. I had never ever watched anything like this. So how this video popped up on my YouTube feed, it had to be a sign from God. And I was just like, oh my God. Because usually I get these feelings about things, like this butterfly feeling. I don't get this about every idea or every business or, you know, everything creative thing that I come up with. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that's a good idea. But I'll get like this unction for certain business ideas that tells me like, okay, you should do this. And that lip gloss, I think it was how to start a lip gloss business, or how to make lip gloss or something like that, popped up on my YouTube feed that Saturday. I'll never forget, because me and my husband was at home. My kids were at their grandparents' house. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is it. So we came up with it. My husband came up with the girls' business name, More Glitter Girls. And I started planning from there. And I started buying supplies in like January of this year. And my plan was to launch the business initially for my first daughter's birthday, which would have been February 18th. But I totally did not prepare like I should have. And plus, I ended up having the baby on her birthday. So that kind of put things behind. And then COVID just came out of nowhere, like bam, a week later, 2 weeks later, something like that. So that kind of put a lot of stuff on standstill. But I really feel like if my mindset was right, I should have kept pushing through with the business idea. And I believe it would have flourished. But then at the same time, I believe that God's timing is everything. I just felt like trying to launch lip gloss and sell everything, and COVID happening, I just felt like, who gonna buy lip gloss? And, you know, people are so, you know, very particular about COVID and making stuff in your house and all this stuff. But that honestly did not matter, because, you know, people's businesses had flourished during COVID. But I still feel like God's timing is everything. My mindset had to be right. So even around that time, like, we were planning, I told the girls about it. We took pictures and stuff like that. I went ahead and got like the Instagram and all that stuff together, and just didn't do anything with it. We made lip gloss and stuff like that. But then, you know, Black Friday, I was just like, okay, bam, I'm putting this out here, and that's that. So here we are, shipping off our first sale, and I'm so happy that I did it. You know, like, I set a goal to sell all of the tubes that we have sitting in the, you know, in that are ready to sell. So I made thank you cards, and this is our little packaging and stuff that I ordered. We got 2 tubes in here. This is the first order, so I'm about to go in the post office and ship it off. So y'all, this video is just really all about, or this chat is just really all about, do things differently. Just make a change, and don't look for it to be a big thing. There are things that you're sitting on right now that could change your life or change your family's life, and you just have to move on it. You got to get your mind right. And if you want more, you want your life to look different, you want to do more, you can have all of that, because God gives us the desires of our heart. And I know right now, like, me and my family, we're in a season of, like, it's time for us to shift and pivot and stop doing things the same, stop living the same, and really understand that we can have more, we can do more, we can, everything that we desire to do, we can do, as long as we keep God first. Like, I went into this and I was just like, I'm posting, I don't care, I'm over thinking about, you know, thinking about what other people think or what they're gonna say. It's not about that. It's the fact that I'm trusting God in all of this, and I know with God, He's gonna do it. And we sold 5 tubes of lip gloss. I'm about to say, my girl say glip gloss. I always said it like that. But we sold 5 tubes of lip gloss, y'all. And I'm so happy and proud about it. So I just want to encourage you, if you're a mom, you're, you know, not if you're a mom, you're a wife, you are a woman that just desires to be fearless in your life and do more and want more and go after more. You can do it. You can have it. You just have to be willing to do your part, put in the work, pray, put God first, and just put your head down and focus and just put it out there, and you will be blessed. So I got like this attitude of gratitude. Like, I'm not looking at things in a negative perspective anymore. I'm over the cycles. I'm over living like the same. I don't care what people think, because I know what I want. Like, I want to drive luxurious cars. I want multi-million-dollar businesses. I want multiple businesses. We want to own property. We want to move to another state. There's so much that we've desired, that we've been talking about for so long. Okay, it's like, I'm tired of talking. And I guess God is like, girl, when you gonna stop talking? When you gonna stop praying about the same things and just put yourself out there? Because God is literally like, I'm not finna put nothing in your lap. Like, I'm gonna give you the seed, but it's up to you to plant that seed and water it and cultivate it and take care of it and harvest it, and you will get the desires of your heart. So that's my words of encouragement. Be thankful for what you have, but also be thankful for, you know, the fact that you are blessed with your hands and your mind to be creative and go after the things. You just got to have your mind right. This is where it all starts. So that's my rant for today. I'm at 20 minutes. So follow me on Instagram at Crystal Clayton _ I think that's what it is. And I look forward to like connecting with you all and going up from here. So remember to glow. Remember to affirm yourself. Remember to do what makes you happy. Stay safe out there. Love on yourself. Love on your family. Go after the desires of your heart.